Hey guys, Joe Madden here. This is a Joe Madden Sports podcast. Welcome, Gina Muscato. We're here to talk MLB. Gina, how are you doing this morning?
Hi. Oh my gosh, I'm on a natural high from the walk-off Yankees win last night. So if I have a little bit, I always have high energy in the morning, but if I have a little extra, that's why.
You are starting it with breaking my heart here. That was a heartbreaker for us Blue Jay fans last night. But hats off to your Yankees. You did absolutely phenomenal.
Joe, I like you, Joe, but I can't even say I feel bad about it. I don't feel bad at all. And we needed that win. We really needed that win. The offense has been really struggling. And so I feel like it was kind of must win for us, but it was a great win.
Absolutely. We got game 2 tonight. So what are you thinking for this one, Gina? It's going to be a super interesting game. Actually, before we jump into that, let's hear how you became a Yankees fan.
Oh, okay. So I've been a Yankees fan forever, for my whole life. My family were Yankee fans, dad, mom, my brother. And it was just baseball fans in general. I grew up, that was the world I grew up in, was baseball. I played softball through my whole life. And Yankees, yeah, it's just, I even have my dad's medallion on. My dad passed away a few years ago. It was the one thing
I'm
I
sorry to
wanted
hear
from
that.
my dad. Yeah, it was the one thing I wanted of my dad's. And so, I even remember, growing up, I grew up in the 80s. I know I'm dating myself. But Don Mattingly was the guy, and he was my guy, and he was my hero. And I loved him, every ounce of how he played. And I remember the first day we went, or the first game we went to at Yankee Stadium, and I grew up in upstate New York in Syracuse. So
Okay.
it was a little trek down to the city, and we took like one of those Greyhound bus kind of shenanigans. And we sat on the first base side. We were all the way up in that old stadium, but it was the first base side, and I never ever took my eyes off Don Mattingly when he was on the field. It
Oh,
was just,
wow.
my eyes were locked. If there was like a hit to left, I looked to see what Mattingly was doing. If there was a hit to third, I was like, wait, when's Mattingly getting the ball? Like, it was one of those things. So I quickly became sort of obsessed with the Yankees at an early age, and I love them still.
Oh, I love that story. It's always incredible when we can remember that moment, right? Exactly everything about that time. Do you remember if you got a hot dog that day?
I don't remember. The only thing I remember from that day is I got a teddy bear, which I still have, and I don't have any stuffed animals in the house, but I have that one teddy bear, and I just clutched it the entire game, and I never let it go, and I still have it. That's the only thing I really remember. I was probably like 7. I had to have been like 7 or 8,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, that's the only thing I take away. I mean, of course, I've been to the stadium since, and I have the inaugural,
I love it.
stadium mug, and, all that kind of stuff. But that's the only thing I have from that day.
Okay, and now I have a question for you. I
Okay.
saw on your Twitter profile, that's where you guys can find her. Make sure you go check out her Twitter, G-Funk. You get
G-
called G-Funk? Where did G-Funk come from?
my college friends call me G Funk. I don't know. I think it was just. I don't know.
I love the nickname. It is awesome.
I
Definitely describes your personality. You're full of funk for sure.
I mean, it's definitely a personality trait, I feel, and but I can't. I don't know. Rarely people call me G Funk. Usually it's just G or Gina, or maybe Gigi if you're my niece and nephew.
Oh,
But
that's cute.
G Funk, it's a very specific. I know who's talking to me if they call me G Funk.
Well, I love it. I love that nickname, seeing it pop up there. Okay, let's look at this game today. So it kicks off at 11 or no, 12:35
12:35.
Eastern, guys.
That's
Yep.
9:35 here in California.
Wow. So are you going to have this on your TV, or are you going to be at somewhere where you're going to have it on your phone? What's
I
happening?
mean, I'll be working, and I have meetings this morning, so I don't know how much of the game I'm gonna be able to watch, but I always try to keep just an ear and a tab, on what's going on during the game. But it's tough being here in California and being a Yankees fan, because I'm always at work when the games are
Yeah.
going on, even the later games, at 7:30. I'm still at work, so it's hard sometimes to keep tabs. But you can bet I'll always figure out what the score is at any time.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to keep tabs on that. Maybe a secret earpiece behind that hair there would definitely
Yeah,
help.
I mean, working from home helps. Hopefully,
Yep,
nobody's watching, but working from home helps. But no, it's tough when you have a bunch of meetings lined up for the day and there's a day game. So,
absolutely.
you know,
Well, all the best in this game, Gina. What are you thinking? So we have the Toronto Blue Jays coming in here. Of course, the underdog, the Yankees, looking to get another win. You think you guys will be able to pull it off today?
yes.
Yes,
You always
that's confident. Yes.
come on, you got to stay optimistic. But this team, you've seen it on Twitter, you've seen people say it, you've heard people say it. I think this team is special. I know that it's getting old, kind of saying that or hearing it. And especially being this early in the season, there's a lot of ball to play. But
Yep.
this team is different. I feel like there's something special about them. Yes, they have like a feast or famine with this offense, and that's what's been going on recently. And they had that last year too. But I think the difference is this year they're playing a little bit more small ball and, trying to bunt a little bit more. You see it and steal some bases. So I think that even though the long ball won that game yesterday, and they're not going to stray from that. I mean, they're obviously a home run hitting team.
Yep.
But they're special, and their pitching has been the MVP of the season so far. I mean, they're tops in the starting and bullpen. So, of course we're going to win today. Are you kidding me? Sorry.
Oh man, this is going to be a complete battle here.
What do you think?
It's gonna be a really hard one for us to beat Jameson here. He got the strikeout on us last time, 4 strikeouts last time. He just completely limited us. Yeah. So I think it's going to be really hard. I'm looking at a lower scoring game. I think the under in the first 5 is probably the way to go because you guys are picking apart our bullpen. It is not pretty at all. Your bats have been hot, averaging 4.38 runs per game. Damn, I'm scared for my Blue Jays today.
You should be, honestly. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. You should be scared. I mean, everyone should be scared of this Yankees team. They have the best record in the majors. So
absolutely.
Do you have a score prediction? Do you do that?
I do. I'm going to go under the 7.5. Well, I think I'll go under in just the first 5. I really do think it'll be lower scoring. I think in the full game, I'm worried about the bullpen for the Toronto Blue Jays, so this might sneak over, but I could see it being a 4-2 style game.
Interesting.
So I'm looking at right at 6.
Good for you. I mean, I feel like if somebody asked me the score predictions, you never know. I mean, the offense can score. Both of these offenses could put up 11 easily. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, offenses are great. It just depends on how the pitching does. And like I said, the Yankees pitching has been amazing all around. The Blue Jays pitching, their bullpen is their Achilles heel, isn't it? They have a high ERA. So, I'm putting my money on the Yankees, although I never bet on my teams. I think it's a jinx.
Yeah.
If I were you, I'd put money on the Yankees to win, but the score, it's hard to predict, honestly.
Oh, it absolutely is. And that's why I'm just looking at this first 5, because I think with these 2 strong pitchers, we take the Blue Jays bullpen out of it. I think in this first 5, we have a 1-0 sort of game. I think it's going to be super tight.
Well, and it's the day game after the night game too. So there's going to be some, there's going to be some lag. You'll always see that. I hate day games for that reason, but it'll be interesting. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to see how both teams rebound from last night. The Jays obviously have to put it behind them, and let's see if they can do that. And the Yankees just have to keep that momentum. So
bottom of the 9th. That just was heartbreaking, Gina. I tell you, and I thought of you. I was like, okay, Gina's happy right now. That's good. She'll be happy coming on tomorrow morning.
I mean, I'm definitely one of those people that like physically reacts to like what I'm watching. And so I was watching and I was on the couch and I literally got up as if I was in the stands and was cheering and like running around my living room, just cheering and clapping. It was an amazing, it was just an amazing highlight. And I was so jealous. I know a couple of people from Twitter that were at the game and I was so jealous.
Oh man, that is hard. I wish I was at that game as well. And I really want to watch a game with you now because I am so animated. I'm a huge NFL, NHL fan as well. So when my teams are losing there, or when I have a bet on a game that's losing, I've actually had to warn my neighbors in the summer. Like I'm watching this game, especially if it's out on the deck, because I am animated. I do actually sometimes get upset at my TV. So it's all part of the world we're in. But talking NFL,
yes.
Dolphins fan. How'd you become a Dolphins fan?
Yeah, I'm a big Dolphins fan. And it's again, like the time frame I grew up, unlike baseball, where my whole family were Yankee fans. Football was different. It was big in the household, but everyone had a different team. Like my dad was a Vikings fan. Don't ask me why. My brother was a Cowboys fan. Don't ask me why. My mom was a Homer. She was a Giants fan because again, we're from
Okay.
New York.
Yeah.
But, so I needed a team, and if I remember, it was my uncle who rooted for the Dolphins, and so I think that I sort of adopted his team. But remember, in the '80s, Dan Marino was the guy, right?
Oh, yeah. Was
And
he ever?
so yeah, and so that was, I think, an easy team to kind of adopt. And so since I was a little kid, I've been a Dolphins fan and super excited about this season with all the pickups they've gotten.
Yeah, it's going to be an excellent season for the Dolphins. We are going to have to bring you back on. We're going to have to talk more Blue Jays, more Yankees, because I absolutely loved talking with you this morning. And NFL season, we are
I
going
love
to
being
have to
on.
talk
Thank
Dolphins.
you so much. I'll be on anytime you want, Joe.
Awesome. So, Gina, can you tell everyone where to find you on all your social media platforms?
I mean, I'm on Twitter and it's just my name. It's just my handle is my name. So Gina, Gina Muscato. I think it's on screen. And yeah, I love talking and interacting on Twitter. So find me there, chat, say hi. I love it. Even if you're not a Yankees fan or a Dolphins fan, I'm nice to people, most people,
Most people.
unless they're a Red Sox fan.
Okay, Red Sox fans, do not reach out to Gina, but the rest of you go find Gina over on Twitter. Gina, thank you so much for being here today. Super appreciate it. We'll have you back on shortly.
Thank you so much. It's been so much fun, Joe. Take care.
You too. Thank you. Bye.